We have created base cost elements and imported base cost elements. The next step is now to look at the schedule. Let's go to the workbook schedule and right-click on this group and say New Gantt diagram. First, we assign a name. Let's just call this one Sample Project Demonstration, or whatever name you like. And then click on the gear wheel of the Gantt diagram. That's the first step in every Gantt diagram. Click the gear wheel and assign cost components. You see in the addition to the cost components that we've created before, we have some schedule cost components here. Don't have to worry about the details at this point. And we have some cost components down there which are created automatically by RIAAT as soon as you create a schedule. But also we don't have to worry about these. We just select baseline time and uncertainty and drag and drop it into cost components in diagram and press OK. And we can create our first tasks with this button here, New Task. Let's click it 4 times. We start with the last one and we click on Display Task Details and say this is our project completion milestone. So the name is Project Completion, and we tick this box here, which is called Milestone. Now this task here, we call it excavation of the tunnel, and then we have, after the excavation, we build a lining, and after the lining, we want to make systems, for example. We connect the 3 of them by clicking on the task and drag it down to the next one. We connect lining to systems, and we connect systems to the project completion milestone. Then we click on excavation and say the duration of excavation is 150 days, for example. The duration of lining is 100 days, and the duration of systems is, for example, 120 days. Then we click on project completion, go to the tab milestone, select a milestone, project completion in this case, and simulate with this button. And we see this is our date, okay. We'll be finished on 24th of December 2019 on Christmas Day. Very nice. Okay, now in addition to that, we would like to add uncertainties. Before we do that, let's click on this small icon here, display cost components in taskbars. It will change the color of the bars to the colors that you have assigned in the gear wheel. So this one is a very light blue now. I can change it to a darker blue, for example, and click it again. Now it's a different color. This is how you change the colors in the Gantt diagram. Okay, now excavation, we click on this plus here and we click on the cost component and change it to uncertainty. You see that we have now added an uncertainty of 7 days. What we actually want to do is add an uncertainty of minus 30 days and most likely value 0 days, because our most likely value is already included in the baseline time, and plus 60 days. So we read this as we assume it will take 150 days, but it could also go 30 days faster, but it could also be 60 days slower. We do the same for the lining. Add an uncertainty. Minus 30, 0, in this case plus 30, and then systems, which could also be 1 month faster. It could also be 2 months slower, for example. Then we go back to our project completion milestone and simulate again, and all of a sudden we have a distribution function. You see our distribution density on the left side is rather spiky. Let's go to critical paths, change the iterations from 1000 to 10,000, so we'll more simulation runs, and simulate again, and it has become a little less spiky now. Okay, and the result for this one is baseline time plus uncertainties will give us a completion date between what's that? End of November 2019 until March, beginning of March 2020. This is how we create a base schedule in RIAAT. We can also, similar to the base cost, import a schedule from MS Project or Primavera P6 if you want to do that, but we will skip that for now in this video and continue with the next lesson.